Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 7 preview between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Now let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Titans.
When I look at the Titans in this matchup, I look at defensive coordinator Jerry Gray was a fine player when he played for the Rams. I think he's going to have that secondary ready to play versus Buffalo, being able to match up man-to-man versus those Bills wide receivers, thus creating pressure on Ryan Fitzpatrick. The question is, can they stop the run? They're going to have to do that a lot this week versus Buffalo. But when you look at the offensive side of football, you look at the Titans trying to get the running game going. So let's go inside the lab to see how they can utilize the power play against the Buffalo Bills run defense.
In order for the Tennessee Titans to have some success running the football versus the Buffalo Bills, they have to find a way to make the power play work for them. And that's going to get Chris Johnson in a groove early. You see right here, we have two power plays drawn up. 24 time ISO from the regular broken eye, 24 time from the spread. Now, what a time block is, the time block is telling the tackle to block down on the 3 technique and having the guard come around. The reason why you do that is when you're facing a team like the Buffalo Bills that have an outstanding 3 technique in Marcel Darius that can get pressure through this hole and also neutralize the double team, or you have a Mike Backer that can beat the guard to the hole. So you have to try to create ways to get that play open, and here's how we're going to have it blocked up. You see, we never block the corners in both run plays. We're going to move up and get the free safety and the strong safety. We're just going to run those corners off. But you see, down combo block to the backside backer, and this is where all the action is. 24 time ISO fullback is leading up through the hole, knocking out the Sam backer, and you'll have the tackle block down on the 3 technique, the guard come around and take out the middle backer as Chris Johnson hopefully runs to daylight here. And you see from the spread formation, you blocking man on man, you have the wide receiver going get the strong safety, wide receiver going get the free safety. You see right here, here's all the action. Play side tackle is blocking down on the tackle. Guard is coming around, getting the middle backer, Chris Johnson running to daylight. So if they can utilize the Tom technique versus the Buffalo Bills, I think they can have some success running the football.
Now let's move over to the Bills in this ball game. The 2 tailbacks, C.J. Spiller and Fred Jackson, have to be licking their chops at this Titans defense. I think they're going to have to lean on these guys in order to have a chance to win this ball game. Spiller is a guy that brings that explosive element. Fred Jackson is a little bit more consistent, steady type of guy, but both guys bring to the table the ability to chew up yards in chunks, and I like that about their offense. But let's go inside the lab to see how that secondary can match up versus the Titans' big play wide receivers.
The Buffalo Bills do have some guys back there in the secondary that can pick off passes. For me, it's all about communicating back there defensively. You see right here, we're going to just have a 4 under basic type of coverage, 3 deep. You have usually this guy right here is the flat defenders, your 2 flat defenders. The guy to the strong side where the tight end is located is usually a safety or an outside back or a nickel guy. And you have your basic flats, hook to curl, has his third, free safety has a deep third, and the corner has a deep third. And you're reading the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your weak side. Usually this guy, this flat defender, is reading 2, 3, 4. And the corner has also got 1, 2, and 3 as well, 1 and 2 actually. Hook to curl primary responsibility is 2 and 3, and then 1 in that order. This hook to curl defender has 4, 5, and then he looks backside to 2. And the free safety is covered in the middle field, and this guy has 5. Now you see right here a basic route combination, and this is how you can communicate defensively. Everyone has their responsibility. You see the flat defender is working his flat. He sees this guy threaten his area. Now he breaks across through this route right here. So that blocks a window for the quarterback. This hook to curl defender drops in his hook to curl. He sees this guy coming down. He's buzzing across this seam route by the tight end and cutting across to make sure he's in position to make the play on this 12-yard comeback route. Cornerback has that comeback route responsibility, and that's where the squeeze happens to possibly knock the ball out. And you see this guy is right here, hook to curl, sees the seam. He's pushing this play to the free safety. So his job is to come in and drive this home, so that way that tight end does not have that free release to get inside of the free safety. He's practically walling off this tight end here and helping out that free safety. Flat defender, no threatened right here by this blocking back. So he can get underneath here and continue to work depth-wise. Corner pushing this 12-yard out route. So you see right there, just communicating defensively can help the Buffalo Bills get in better position to make plays on the passes of Matt Hasselbeck.
I think the Titans offensive tackles will have to have a big day keeping the defensive ends out of the backfield and giving Matt Hasselbeck time in the pocket, also allowing them to get to the outside in the running game. Now for the Bills, I think the D tackles, Marcel Darius and also Kyle Williams, those guys have to have huge days versus the interior offensive line, because I think Tennessee may try to run downhill this week versus Buffalo. Now let's look at the personnel breakdown in this matchup, and not really much difference between the two teams. I still think both teams have solid personnel. They just haven't put it all together throughout the course of the season. But you look at the offensive line and defensive line advantage going to Buffalo. I like the Bills in this game. I think the running game is going to be their key to success. I think they're going to lean on those two guys to help chew up the TOP and put the Titans in situations where they're going to have to throw themselves to come back to win. And I think that plays right to the strengths of the Bills secondary being able to pick off passes. I also want to give a huge shout out to Bill fan forums and Titan fan forums for always showing football game plan support.